Jovin, you so dumb. Hey friends, welcome back to yet another Slumber ParTEA. Now, before I get to talking, let's get into the pajamas. So today I'm a cute strawberry. Yeah, I really like it because it has little like ties and I really like how pink and like any shade of red, whether it's lighter or darker, it just looks so cute on my skin tone. There's several colors that I like just simply because it looks cute on my skin, and this is one of it. Like, you see how I just, or maybe I'm just glowing because y'all just could never. Let's get into the pajamas though. So like I said, top super cute. Bottoms nothing crazy. They just, more strawberries. Okay. So so for our slumber party, today is part 2 of who Miss Naomi. Let me stop my rant and get straight into it. If you're new to our slumber parties, it's just basically me talking about events that happened in my life, blase, all that good stuff. Don't feel bad for me, blase. Ha. Okay, cool. So let's get straight into today's slumber party. So we left off. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I got distracted. So we left off with finding out that Shannon's the problem. Big question mark. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link that video in this video so like you can get a recap of what's going on, because we're not really gonna do too much. We're diving straight into it from that point on. Okay. So I get to the woods. I forgot the name, so bear with me. The woods I remember. I don't remember what I call the other school, but we just gonna consider the other school because I don't want to give it too many names to confuse y'all. So I'm at the W. While I'm at the W, remember, Jamie been kissing straight ass. I mean, she's just been like, and at first it didn't seem pretty weird. It just seemed like she just like bubbly. That's her personality. So it's not seeming pretty strange at first. Keyword at first, because Jamie gonna start showing her true colors. Okay. So we at the W. I have several kids that I'm supposed to work with. One of them is Justin. Justin's the baddest of them all. He's from my morning class. And Justin's not really too bad. Justin, I've had several conversations with Justin. Justin knows that when he acts bad, he gets to go home. But at the same time, he don't want to get in trouble with his grandma. So Justin be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, when he doesn't want to be there, he'll start like lashing out. But then he doesn't want to get in trouble with his grandma. Okay. I'm avoiding the little boy. I'm avoiding him. I'm literally avoiding him purposefully at this point because I understand who he is. Like, I've talked to the little kid. He's been acting up before. And like, you know how you just like try to talk kids through stuff, blase. I even went the route of like getting him this frog looking teddy bear as a coping mechanism, but it wasn't about coping. Like I told y'all, we talked to the little boy. It's not coping. He just understands that if I want to go home, I got to show my off, okay? But he don't want to get in trouble with his grandma. I can't stress that enough. He don't want to get in trouble with his grandma, but he don't want to be there. And it shows in his actions, okay? And it's not me this is something he verbatim told me. Now, with pre-K, there's morning and afternoon classes for that 8-hour shift, 6-hour shift. So boom. There's Justin in the morning class, right? Then in the afternoon class, there is Winston. We're going to call him Winston. So Winston's just trouble. Winston has been through a lot of stuff, and his IEP lets you know, like, don't trigger him because they don't really label it as PTSD, but they damn near define it. So it's like, once you define the word, like, that's the word. It's just like saying I'm not slow, but then defining what slow is. Babes, you're slow, so it's like, I know you don't want to put a title on it, but it is what it is type stuff. So Winston got a little bit of color in him. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Winston is a little Caucasian little boy, but you could tell he's spiced up, okay? Because Winston do not play with them people. He don't. Winston get pissed off. Everybody's stupid. He will look, Winston got grown people words flying out his mouth. So at this point, me being me, I'm just trying to like ease Winston down when he be getting his little moods. And I be trying to get him to understand. He ain't never lashed out at me though. Winston know better. Okay? If anything, like him and me, we had like a nice understanding. Keep it cute. Okay. But I don't know, he just liked me. He just liked my vibe off rip. He started off asking me a lot of questions because it's more so like, who are you? But as we started talking and getting to know each other, like we just clicked. So it wasn't like me, like it's just our personalities clicked. Okay, okay. So Winston, when he get pissed off and at Jamie or the other lady, I don't really remember her name, but she was about to go on maternity leave because she was very much preggo. Okay, so Winston, boy, Winston told her about herself so many times. Winston do not be playing with them, and I think that's why they don't like Winston, because Winston don't got time for that. He don't. So when Winston goes off, I be letting him know, like, Winston, is that nice? Can we find another way to say that? And I do that because it's like he's in pre-K, so I try to like limit what he says when it comes to grown folks' words, because like you have other kids listening, and it's just like, yeah, we don't want the other kids saying it too now. Okay. So those are like the two big players at W. There's Roderick too. We're gonna call him Roderick. Roderick is my autistic friend on that side. Roderick pretty chill, laid back. Roderick's smart though. Roderick is beyond smart. Like, Roderick won't stay engaged on what they're doing, but he doesn't stay engaged simply because like he's bored. What they're talking about, Roderick already knows about. There are some lessons where it's like he doesn't know, so he'll like stay engaged, but Roderick gets bored quickly, so you got to keep him like going. Like, Roderick the type to like run out the classroom and you running after him. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't come to school looking cute, because why would I look cute when I got to dash after people? Exactly. So that's gang over there. Okay. So fast forward, the lady who's supposed to go on maternity leave ends up going on maternity leave, right? Okay, cool. Bet. So they didn't have anybody in the classroom. So it's Jamie and just me. So me and Jamie would be in the classroom and they would offer up help to her. But then she'd be like, oh, I don't need it. It's okay. We'll figure out something. And then she'll turn back and tell me like, oh, they just don't want to send anybody. That's not good. We need full staff in here. Like, she was just giving very much. This is when I started seeing her personality come out slowly. Cause now it's just like, girl, but you just, like, I would never say it, but I'm thinking in my head, like, girl, you just told them like a few seconds ago, like, you don't need help today. And now because you need help, they supposed to up and jump out their way to help you. They already short staffed. You should have prepared properly and you wouldn't be in the predicament you in now. So there was this incident where there was this dude, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, his name was Mr. Johnson too, the little black guy. He was like probably the same age as me. She'd be like, he not doing his job. He quit because he said the job wasn't for him. But he never does anything. He's always on his phone. That's what I'm saying. Jamie just like talking about people. She just likes to gossip real bad. So this is why I'm saying, like, we find out question mark that Shannon's the problem, because is she really the problem, or is Jamie just like she just on and on and on and on and on. And it's just like, girl, you willing to talk about any and everybody at this point. So I know to tread extra lightly with you, because like you just be talking. And one thing about it, I can't, no, I don't like entertaining people like you, because you gonna say something that's gonna make me like tweak out. So we gonna let you slide. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Jamie's short staffed. Keep in mind, I'm there every other day. Okay, so then they had like this door competition, right? And I decorated her door, this, that, and the other, went all out, bro. And I need y'all to remember this, because you gonna figure out why later on. Because Jamie started acting like I haven't done nothing in her class. Like, Jamie started acting like I'm the problem. Like, I be doing the bare minimum. Okay, so boom, all this is going on. Jamie starts like it's a little ways down the line. This is when like the other teacher that was in her class had left. Around the same time, she starts talking about Shannon. So it's like, now at this point, like, girl, what's really tea? But I'm not one to say like what's tea. I just listen and everything's gonna like unravel sooner or later. So boom, she started saying how Shannon just doesn't do what I do. And when she says do what I do, I sit with the kids. Like, when we're doing circle time, when we're doing all that, I stay with my kids that I'm assigned to, because there's about 18 kids, 18 to like 20. I think I want to say the cap is 20, but maybe the cap is 18. I don't remember like what the cap is for pre-K, but for the most part, I'm assigned to a certain group of kids. Okay, so when it comes down to like being in the classroom, I stay with my group, and I will keep, if like, I don't make them forcefully stay together. Like they can interact with the other kids, but I keep an eye on them. I usually have like a bare minimum of 5. It never makes it to 5, but I think my max has been 5. And that's not even me counting. That's just me like off what I remember from the kids that I remember. All this is going on. Now, she starts saying that Shannon doesn't do her job. Like, she's always on her computer. Keep in mind, note that, put that in your notes. Shannon always be on her computer, right? She's like, she doesn't engage with the kids. Keep in mind, there's a room inside of the room. Before we moved in the room inside of the room, the desk was outside in the open area. So she'll stay at the desk. She won't do anything. Justin will go over there. Did I call him Justin or Jeffrey? I don't remember. The J kid. Jay will go over there and he'll start talking to her, and she just doesn't let him come back to come to circle time. He needs to be learning, basically just going off, right? Now, me being me, I'm all here for a little venting session. I let people vent to me because I don't really care. Like I've explained in prior stories, I don't really care. Oh, I just don't care in the sense where it's just like, this ain't got nothing to do with me, but I mean, like, I guess if it's making you feel better, like, yeah, you could talk about it, because sometimes all you need is somebody to talk to type stuff, you know? Okay, cool, bet. So she's venting, so I let her know. I'm like, but have you addressed this to her? Because me, I'm not going to like go back and forth with you. I don't really know the Shannon lady like that neither. I really don't know both of y'all, so I'm not going to sit here and try to pick a side like, yeah, she should do better, like she's supposed to. I don't know. What y'all got going on? I know I'm doing my job and I'm here for my pesos. I'm not here for nothing more, nothing less. You hear me? So I tell her, I'm like, why don't you just address it to her? Because if you got a problem, like, you should address it to her and see how y'all can best work it out. But you know, common sense not that common, so you can't, like, you gotta bear with your slow friends. Okay. So, she's just like, yeah, you know, that's a good idea, blase, 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 blase. So that's her, and that's the backstory with her and Shannon from, like, when I entered. That's their backstory. Like, they like water and vinegar, but they're not. They got one of those, like, all friendships where it's like there's a little bit of hidden animosity, but at the same time, like, we work together. So I, like, you know, type stuff. So boom, this is when roughly around the time when they start looking for an ESP for Jamie, because like some days Shannon don't show up. And Shannon would be like, oh, I have to be at this school to do this. Truth be told, Shannon just don't want to show up because her and Jamie start, like, you can really start sensing it. Like, they really start going at it. And Shannon be at the other school and she just be like, oh, Jamie did this. I really be zoned out when they be talking about each other. Because shut up. Y'all not really gonna do nothing. Shut up. Y'all not talking to each other. It's saying nothing. Y'all just back and forth. Like, I don't like that type of behavior. If you got a problem, address the problem head forth. I don't know. I'm a confrontational person, so I can't speak for everybody. But at some point, if you got a problem, your problem not that big if you can't address the problem. The problem not that big. Because you would have confronted the problem head on. Okay? Because you want the problem to stop. You want a solution, right? So fix the problem. But that's just me. Okay, so boom. They start going at it. Shannon just don't be coming some days, from what I'm understanding from Jamie, because like the days I'm there, all she do is talk about Shannon. All that Shannon's doing wrong. And I just be there listening, like, like, we'll literally be watching the kids and she'll just be talking. I'm just looking, like, we're both looking this way, watching the kids as she's talking, and I'm just not, like, not really doing too much talking about it, because, like, girl, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Girl, that's a whole grown woman. For me to be telling you how a whole grown woman's supposed to act, that's crazy to me. I'm not gonna do that. Like, she's like, come on now. So at this point, I'm not really, keep in mind, I'm not really seeing eye to eye with them, simply because they try to pull a fast one on me. And at first I just brushed it off, because I'm the type to like brush it off at first, because like I'm not really understanding I don't like to think there's a problem at first. I'm just like, okay, cool. Maybe there was a little error in the little system and you just rebooted and fixed the problem, you know? System upgrade type stuff. So the problem with why I tread lightly with both of them is because when I first started working there was an instance where, like, keep in mind, I'm back in Minnesota, right? Now, I'm at the point in my life where my life is literally falling apart, but that my thing is, like, my life is falling apart. I just like to be in my own solitude and just do what I gotta do to get by. Like, I'm really just getting by at this point. So I'm not really trying to, like, interact with all the stuff that's going on. that's just because I don't intend on staying here for long. So for me to apply myself and all this drama just wouldn't make sense. So like, I'm at the point where I am waking up 4 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. No, not 3, never 3 o'clock, but 4 o'clock, latest 5. I got to wake up and take my mom to her job. Cause like, remember she was injured, but now she's working again. Right. So I got to drop her off because her car started having problems. So her car is having problems. I got to wake up, drop her to work. And then when I drop her to work, come back, get ready for work, and then go to work. So when you see me walking in the school building, I'm literally 9 times out of 10 holding an energy drink. That's what I mean. Like, I'm kind of getting by because mentally I'm drained. I am so drained. It don't make no sense. I am tired, but it is what it is. I don't remember what had happened. All I know is, long story short, I end up getting to work 5 minutes late, bro. Literally 5 minutes late. So I go ahead and I check my emails because I try to check my emails on a regular basis. I don't always, but I try to. So I go check my email, and why the hell do I see an email from Shannon to my supervisor? And my supervisor, I want to say her assistant, because she CC'd somebody else besides my supervisor on there, talk about some I wasn't in to work today. Keep in mind, I'm in the building at lunch. Matter of fact, it's my lunch break and I'm looking over my emails. And my email is telling me I'm not at work today, but I'm at work reading this email. She talked about Naomi's missing today. That Miss Naomi hasn't showed up today. Blase, like whatever she typed in her little email. I'm not gonna sit here and verbatim try to figure out what she said. Long story short, the whole preference of the message was Miss Naomi's not in work today. So I reply back to the email. Because keep in mind, like, if I'm not going to show up to work, I'm never the type not to call it in. I always called it in. Okay? I don't do no call, no show. I don't do that. I'm not that type of person. Okay? Then to top it off, if I do show up late, I clock that because I understand that, like, my badge shows it. My badge shows when I clock in. So for me to be sitting and playing and be like, I'm going to get away with these extra hours is crazy. Okay? So I replied to the email. I said, I'm definitely at work. And I let them know, like, I clocked in 5 minutes late because I had to drop my mom to work, but I definitely intend on having that reflect on my timesheet. So, you know, I wasn't trying to do too much, but like, I kept it real professional with it, but that's the gist of the message. Like, I'm here at work and I was 5 minutes late. So my supervisor replies and she's just like, my supervisor replies to the message and she's just like, no, you're cool. You don't have to like deduct those 5 minutes from your pay stub because it's just 5 minutes. So apparently, like, there's a 5-minute grace period if I'm like, you know. So then that's when Shannon gonna reply, talk about, oh, okay, that's good. We just cared about Naomi's well-being. No, you look stupid because y'all thought y'all was doing something. You look stupid. And you know how I know? Because she not working at the W that day. I am with Jamie. That's how I know. Jamie texted her. Jamie be on her phone texting Shannon like, girl, you don't like her. But y'all be ready to quit and talk about any and everybody. You weird. Heavy on the weird. So at this point, I'm already knowing, like, I don't really... That's when that point I knew, like, that Jamie was just kissing ass. That's when I really, like, wasn't... no. Because at this point, like, girl, you over here doing all this for what? Like, the same way you texted Shannon and told her I'm not here yet is the same way you should have texted her and be like, oh, she just came. Because if you would have texted her like, oh, she's here, then she would have sent another email saying, oh, never mind, disregard the last email. She's there. But you didn't text her when I arrived, did you? About my well-being, that don't make no sense because y'all ain't never cared about my well-being. And you just magically cared. No, you covering your ass. You trying to cover your ass. So I let that slide, right? But at the same time, not slide more enough where I don't like, no, I'm paying close attention to y'all. So all this is going on, right? They ended up bringing another ESP to make up for the lady who was pregnant. So Ms. W comes in. Ms. She reminds me of myself in a way where it's just like the first few days, you just observing. You just, just observing. Okay? So that's basically what she's doing. Like, she's doing her work, but she's not doing it full out. But at the same time, like, she's not doing it full out because she hasn't got told what her job position. I mean, she knows her job position, but Jamie has yet to tell the lady what she's supposed to be doing on a day-to-day basis. And you like, well, you know, because Jamie came to me and did what? Started gossiping again, because that's all she do, bro. I'm telling y'all, that's all that lady did. That's why I stopped, like, at that point, I stopped talking to her, because, like, girl, I already don't talk to you, but all you do is talk about everybody else. And you drain me. Life is already trying, keyword heavy on the trying to drain me. And then here you are at the workplace draining me some more. Shut up. Like, at this point, you just like to hear your own voice. You don't never shut up. Just shut up sometimes. It's okay to be quiet. There's nothing wrong with it. I promise. So she starts talking about, Miss W don't do nothing, this, that, and the other. So because she starts talking about Miss W, I start picking up Miss W's slack. And it's not really slack in a way. And I'm going to tell y'all why it's not slack. Like I told y'all, not really telling y'all, she don't know her job position. Like she knows it, but she doesn't know it. And we're going to get into that later because, yeah. So I start, like when the kids eat breakfast, I start cleaning down the table, like basically doing what the prior ESP who was pregnant used to do, but she went on maternity leave. So that she's supposed to be taking up for, Ms. W's supposed to be taking her spot, but Ms. W's not doing what the pregnant lady used to do. So I end up doing what the pregnant lady used to do because like obviously I've been around and I've seen the pregnant lady do her job. So I know what her job is. And her job is not really much different from mine. It's just like teacher assistant type stuff. Like just assist as you can. So I started doing her job, like helping the kids take off their jackets, this, that, and the other, like doing all that, basically going above and beyond. Okay. So I started doing all that just to like cool down the tension. Cause I know I don't have to, but at the same time, like this tension that's building up, I don't even want no parts of it. Cause like I told y'all, my life itself is like, I don't really want to say it's crumbling. I don't know what it's doing. Like I told y'all, life be trying to throw me curveballs. And now at this point, I just roll with the punches. I just roll with the punches. Cause if you roll with it, you won't get punched as much. Cause you rolling. Okay, don't think too hard about that. Just know. All this is going on. And I started doing her job, this, that, and the other, like I said. And after I started doing her job, it comes to a point where Jamie starts like, her complaints get more and more. So at this point, it's not really making sense because like, so I asked her because she just kept complaining. So I asked her, I was like, so does she know what her job title is? Keep in mind, I don't really know Miss W, but me and Miss W have talked before, right? And from me talking to her, not on no like, oh, I'm snooping for Jamie. No, I just literally just talked to the lady on some genuine stuff. Like, hey, how are you? I'm not going to be weird. Like, girl, we work together. So like, hey, how are you? You know, like just talking to her. And in the midst of me talking to her, like figuring out like, oh, you worked with the district before, I have this, that, and the other, like just in our conversations of us talking, I found out like she's never dealt with super young kids before. So she told me, she's like, when it comes, like she's dealt with kids before, but she's never worked with pre-K before. So like, she's trying to figure out, like adapt to the whole, like what she's supposed to do, what she's not supposed to do. Cause I mean, like they're preschoolers. So it's like, basically what the teacher is expecting of her. And this is when it hit me. Why would you be trying to figure out what the teacher's expecting of you if you knew? It's either A, pop quiz y'all, it's either A, she's slow, or B, she was never told. And that's when it hit me. Jamie be doing all this talking, cause at this point, girl, you just a chihuahua barking. Just she doing all this talking and she ain't really never told the lady what she's supposed to be doing. So I'm like, that, you know what? Cool. So let's just like, obviously, like I said, I talked to the lady, like me and her, we cordial because like we're co-workers. So it's like, we're not like tight buddy, but like we talk, we chill, like, you know, laugh, have our little moments. And there was this one girl, we gonna call her Shay, and she loved her some Miss NAOMI. So Shay was my favorite because Shay can have a grown adult conversation. You hear me? Not grown, but she's one of those, like, you can have a conversation with her and midway through, she's not lost. Like, we'll be talking because they loved my nails. So we'll be talking about nails, for example, right? So I'll be like, oh, I have a nail appointment coming up. What color should I do? You know, just having a conversation with her like that. And then she'll be like, oh, I think you should do yellow because my favorite color is yellow. She kind of rambles on where it's like she talks a lot and it goes into rambles. But nonetheless, like she's engaged in the conversation and she's like, yeah, me and my, like Shay, yeah. So Shay, like, that's my girl. Okay. Shay's the one, if you remember, what I used to talk about the kids on Thursdays on my Instagram. Shay is the one that was going to rob the grocery store when we was at the grocery store. That's Shay. My soft gangster. That's Shay. Okay. So, yeah, if for the new people that don't understand, like Look, my day was so interesting. We had like a fake grocery store in the classroom, and Shay was the worker there. Then she was like, let's rob the store. Out of nowhere. Keep in mind, Shay don't hurt a fly. Shay really just be in her little... She just came out of nowhere like, let's rob the grocery store. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute, girl. You over here incriminating yourself in the crime scene. You haven't even left the proximity. You talk about let's rob the grocery store with the customers inside. Me and Miss W, we pretty cordial. We are pretty cordial. Like, I start letting her know, like, oh, do this, do this, do this. Like, I start like letting her know kind of sort of what her job is. Like, I'll be like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do, because that's what the last lady did. But I just been doing it, so it's cool. Since I've been doing it, can you just like basically like, you know, working with her? I'm like, since I'm like wiping down the tables after breakfast, make sure that all the kids are reading their books. Like, they're not just lollygagging, because pre-K, they quick to get distracted. So I let her know, like, can you just make sure they're all doing what they're supposed to be doing? You know, like, we'll just alternate what each other's supposed to be doing. It just, that's how we just became, because it's like, it is what it is. So those are the days I'm there. The days I'm there, that's just like an untold rule me and Miss W have. Yeah. I can't really speak on the days I'm not there. I'm not even going to try to speak on the days I'm not there. All I know is when I come back, usually Jamie got a whole story about the day prior. So at this point, it starts becoming weird, because like they just had a problem with each other. Shannon and Jamie just had a problem with each other. And now out of nowhere, they cool buddy. And I'm knowing that's real suspicious, but I'm not really thinking anything of it. So I'm like, okay, cool, babe. I just be letting them talk this, that, and the other, right? So then Jamie starts talking, and she keeps talking about Miss Williams. So I literally brought it to her attention. I'm like, have you ever told her what she's supposed to be doing? Like, have you told her what that pregnant lady used to do? Because, you know, that would be common sense. Like, hey, my name is blase, blase, blase. This is what I expect of you. I just feel like that's common sense. You get a job, you expect somebody to, like, tell you what you're supposed to be doing. But if you saying that she's not doing this, that, and the other, did you tell her that she's supposed to be doing this, that, and the other? Like, girl, I put it in a nice way, but it's just like, girl, you slow. You didn't tell the lady nothing, but you sit here gossiping about her. All this is going on. And, it was like one of those times, like, we're about to leave, and I, like, what's her name? Miss W brought up Shannon, and she brought up Jamie. But she wasn't, like, brought it up in a weird way. It was just, like, a recap of the day prior. I don't really remember if she asked the question. I don't remember how the conversation went on. All I know is it wasn't no, like, weird, oh, what's this, like, on some gossip and stuff. It was just, like, Jamie and Shannon were brought up. And I know they were gossiping about her, and I'm not going to sit here and play in this lady face like, yeah, girl, they be talking about you, because it's the workplace. I wanted to tell her, like, you know, keep it cute, because they be talking about you. But at the same time, I'm going to give her the same common courtesy I'm giving Jan, my supervisor. Like, I'm not going to tell you that they talk about you, but I'm hoping that you picking what I'm putting down. Just don't get into whatever they got going on. Just like, because oh, that's what happened. I think they were going at it. Something happened. I don't remember verbatim. Okay, all I know is something had happened, and she was explaining it to me, and I just let her know, like, just stay in your lane. Do not pick sides. Do not do none of that. Just stay in your lane. Keep your head down and keep it pushing. Like, I ain't say it verbatim like that, but like in a nutshell, girl, just keep it pushing. Do not pay no mind to these two nut jobs. I promise you, because they about to crash and burn with each other. They got years to spend with each other, because like, y'all, this is y'all forever job. This not my forever job. And Miss W's just there for the pregnant lady until she get back. So Miss W, like, girl, don't even pay no mind to them, because you just here for like a little quick hot minute, and you going back to your classroom with the, like, I think she was with the 4th graders, maybe 3rd graders. I don't remember what grade she was with prior, before she came to the pre-K room. But, you know, I just let her know, like, you know, girl, because like, yeah, girl, like, we cool. So like, girl, now if she would have hit me up outside of work, like, I would have been like, girl, fuck them bitches for real. Okay. But like I said, we keep it real cute, cool, calm, and collected. So I would be at the other school, the Lakes. Did I call it the Lakes? I don't remember what I called it. But I would be at the other school with my other friends, right? With Chris and Eric. And boom, Shannon would pop up unannounced, because girl, you're not even supposed to be here for real. She'll come up during her lunchtime, talk about what she has to do, this, that, and the other. And then she'll start talking about Miss W. And she'd be like, yeah, and Jamie just said, and like, so it just gave me very much, you and Jamie be talking about her. Like, I listen to Jamie talk about her, but you be talking about her. Like, y'all be gossiping about this lady with each other. So you literally through the fact that y'all didn't really like each other away, because girl, that wasn't too long ago when y'all just had problems, and now boom, you have a common denominator, which is Miss W. That's what it was given. That's just what it was given. And Shannon's so messy to the point where she's like, well, Miss Naomi, how do you feel? How do you feel about Miss W? That's verbatim what this girl asked me. I'll put that on any and everything. She literally came out of nowhere during lunchtime. She turned around? How do you feel about Miss W? Keeping it professional, because that's my bitch for real. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? But you know, like I said, I keep it professional, I keep it cute. So I'm like, I don't really have a problem with her. She does what she needs to do, and if she doesn't know what she needs to do, she'll either ask or like, you know, but there's no problem. If I did have a problem, like I'll let her know. Cause like, girl, if you're supposed to be doing this, like you're supposed to be doing this. Like, I'm gonna let you know. Okay? So keep in mind, like, that's going on. She's like, oh yeah, you know, yeah. Dead it, because girl, dead the conversation. Keep it cute. Keep it pretty and pink. Okay. So all this is going on. Now it's really about to get into like the meat of stuff. So this is not their first time, because then it happened another time where like I had took time off, but I had took the first morning half off. So I took an hour out. And then when I took the morning hour out, I came like, my schedule at Hollywood never changed when I moved to the Lake and the W. So let's say I worked from 8 to 4, right? Instead of because the schools start at different time, instead of my hours reflecting to the regular school time of the other schools, it stayed at the hours that the Hollywood school started. And I didn't really care. They didn't, like, I still got the whole 6 hours in, so I didn't really care. So when I was putting my time in of days I'm not going to be there, like, the W starts at 9, I think, 9 something. So instead of me saying, like, I'm working from 9 to whatever, I would put 8 to 4. Just hypothetical numbers, right? Boom. So then, if I were going to be late to work, I would say I'm going to work from 9 to 4. That's the hours I would clock in. But really, the W starts at 9. So it's like, so boom, I'm like, I hope I didn't lose y'all in the explanation. So one time I literally came an hour late to work, but I had clocked that I wasn't going to be there that hour. Why the hell I get there? Boom, Jamie over here on the phone. Girl, shouldn't you be taking care of them kids? And I just didn't want to. I wasn't trying to be bothered with Jamie. Like, I was just so over it. I really was trying to avoid her, but at the same time, I wasn't feeling too well. So like, I didn't mind missing it. Okay, cool bit. So I literally let the whole thing be known, like, oh no, I'm not gonna be there. I let my supervisor know, like, clock it in like I'm supposed to. Okay, I get to work. She on the phone with she. This is during lunch. She on the phone with was she supposed to come an hour late today? Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was just making sure. Why is y'all worried about my schedule? At this point, Jamie is very much pushing heavy on the P for prego. Girl, you need to be worried about your baby bump and not me. Stop worrying about me. You've been worried about me since. Like, then this is in. So keep in mind, they be weird. That's what I'm saying. They be weird. So that's why I don't really, girl, I don't entertain stuff like that. So for you to be 1 second want to be clocking worried about my hours, and the next second wanting to be sitting talking to me being my friend, girl, I know you fake as hell. I'm just hee ha ha into your face because this is a job. You think you the only person that can do this fake shit too? Come on now. Let's be for real. I'm a paid actor. Like, I really do this acting shit for real. Oh my goodness. Yeah, stop playing with. What you talking about? So at this point, like, all this is going on. They talk about Miss W. It comes to a point in time where, like, when it comes to my lunchtime, I would literally help Jamie out just because, like, she always, quote unquote, stressed. And plus she was pregnant. So I was trying to, like, lessen her load for her a little bit. And I would just, like, take my lunchtime and help her prep. But keep in mind, Miss Ma'am would never prep, though. She would leave me with her prepping activities for her to go gossip to the first grade teacher. Some short lady. She used to go gossip to her. All they do is sit and gossip together. So she would leave me her prep work. I would literally have like 10 minutes to lunch for my own lunch. So I stopped it. After a while, I stopped it and I started like going out for my full lunch, this, that, and the other. And she literally at one point was like, oh yeah, when you come back from lunch, can you do it? Girl, I came back when I was supposed to and the work didn't get done. I came back, I saw her doing it because as you should be doing your work. Okay? So when it comes down to it, the school year, it's just a government mandated test that they just have to test the kids. So like the semester, the trimester, because they trimesters, the trimester I was there, I ended up doing her evaluations for her. Kid y'all not, can't make this stuff up. Bro, I'm in there testing her kids for her. Because she's like, I need to get this done. I only have a few days, blase, 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 blase. So while she's teaching, I'm testing her kids for her. Okay? Okay, cool, bet. Now, keep this in mind, okay? So all of this is going on. She's like, one day she comes up to me, because keep in mind, like, I know she weird, but I don't think she know that I know she weird. She come up to me, she's just like, I'm gonna have a sit down with Miss W. That's weird. So I asked her like about what. She's like, I just don't think she's been doing her job. So we're just gonna and she's like, I talked to her about it. And she asked me to type out what her job position is. And as you should, Miss W, as you should. Yeah, girl, go ahead. Since I'm supposed to be doing this, that, and the other, go ahead and type it out for me. Let me know what I'm supposed to be doing. Not verbally, because you're not gonna backtrack later. Put that on document. So I can go back like, but you said in number 14, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Exactly. As you should, Miss W. Yeah. So she come up, she's like, and I typed it out for her. So we're just going to have a meeting and sit down so we can talk about everything. But I want you to be there. Girl, I don't even need to be there for real. What do I need to be there for? She's like, I just want you to be there to listen. No, you want to sit here so you can gossip about it later. That's what you want to do. But whole time is W, my girl. So if you come out of pocket during this meeting, I'm definitely going to have to check you about it. So like, what's up? Like, you not even knowing. So what's up? Like, girl. So we get there. Before we even get there, right? Boy, I'm in the room. She waiting for Miss W. Miss W doing something else. I think she was at lunch because Miss W like take care of lunch too. Miss W be doing a lot of stuff. But she come back from lunch. Soon as Miss W enter the room, she over here trying to, yeah, so are you ready to have the meeting now? She's like, yeah, we can in not the supervisor, but the vice principal's office. So she's like, I want her to be in attendance. As you should, Miss W. Keep in mind, I'm in the big classroom, right? I'm in the room inside the room. There's a classroom inside the room, right? So I'm in that room and I'm over here like, yes. I'm clapping in my head because as you should, I need someone else in attendance. This is well documented, but girl, I want somebody else to be there. So we have a common ground so you can't just get out of pocket and do whatever. Okay? As you should, Miss W. I think she started catching on that they was being weird to her. I don't know. I never really asked her like, so do you think they've been weird? I try not to like I wouldn't bring up Shannon and Jamie to her. Like when me and Miss W talked, it was never about Shannon and Jamie. Like, girl, we never wasted no time talking about y'all. We didn't care about y'all. Y'all was irrelevant. I promise y'all. It was, if I had a conversation with the lady, it was never about y'all. Ever. So boom, next thing you know, this paperwork, they do what they need to do. They have their conversation, this, that, and the other, right? Okay, boom, bam, what? So at this point, the work that I was doing, cleaning the table and everything, Miss W starts doing it. So like now I got my job back. Well, like I started doing what I was previously doing, you know, like sitting and all this good stuff. So boom, that ends up happening. She's doing what like the pregnant lady used to do. So it's like, I guess the meeting went well. I don't really know. I don't understand. Next thing you know, Jamie, obviously, what she do, start complaining again. So she gets to complaining again. And I come back. I forgot what break it was, but it was a break. I came back. Or maybe I took the time off. I can't really keep track of what I be doing. But one thing I know, them sick days, I'm going to use them. Like, if I got it, I'm going to use it. Okay, so I come back. Miss W is gone. Where is Miss W? They're done this, Miss W. Where is Miss W? Stop playing with me. Like, I come back, Miss D is here. So I'm thinking it's kind of strange. I see Miss W walk in the hallway. I waved to her because, like, you know, but she waves to me. She smiled. But what in hell happened? I don't know what happened. All I know is I came back. Miss W was gone. I don't know if she asked for a transfer, if Jamie asked for a transfer. I don't know what happened. All I know, Miss D was there to replace her. It was just something about it. Keep in mind, roughly at this point, Justin Jefferson, whatever I told y'all that boy with the J name is, he started really acting up, but I'm not really paying him no mind because the simple fact is, he was acting up and I was ignoring him. So she come up and she over here, stop her class. You don't need to do this. Literally, right? So she stopped her class to address the little boy. As she shouldn't have, because now he gonna really act the fool. So at this point, I'm over here like, who bet? Now I gotta jump in because like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Like, leave him alone. She pissed off telling people that I don't really do my job, but like, you don't understand. If you ask for the game plan, I'll let you know the game plan, girl. But you're not even asking for the game plan for real. You just be trying to, you got control problems. That's your problem. You very controlling. So boom, long story short, there's a back and forth altercation between them. Buddy gets pissed. Keep in mind, I didn't even do anything. Buddy gets pissed and he punches me. He Not really anything too hard. That was a little heavy with the punch. Like, that was heavy. But I ate them up, because what are you talking about? Like, little boy, what are you talking about? Like, stop playing with me. If we was outside, I don't even hit kids for real. Like, because if you was a little older, this would be a whole nother story. But, so he hits me, right? She's, oh my goodness, why would you hit her? You're going home. So she starts like, boom, 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 boom. She obviously goes and tells her bestie, not bestie, Shannon. Shannon over here texting my phone. Oh my goodness, I heard Justin hit you. Blase, blase. Keep in mind, Shannon be texting my phone non-fucking stop. I don't reply to the lady. Girl, at this point, you talking to yourself in my messages. The only reason she got my number is because Jan put me in a group chat with her when I was previously transferring over from Hollywood to the two schools. This lady has been using my number with due diligence. Like, at this point, she makes sure that my phone bill isn't getting paid for no reason, because she don't text me. But I don't be replying because, girl, I'm out work. I'm not doing stuff concerning work outside of work. I don't get paid to do that. And two, it really don't be that serious. Like, girl, you be texting my phone about a whole bunch of nothing. So, she gets to text my phone. I heard he hit you, blase, 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 blase. I'm, yeah, cool bit. But Jamie failed to realize she's the one that really got the little boy riled up in the first place. Like, girl, if you gonna tell T, tell the real T. So, like, she gets the little boy riled up. He hits me, blase, blase, blase. He ends up, she's like, do you want him to go home? No, he doesn't need to go home, because if you would have let him sit down and just be annoying and just like realize that nobody was paying attention to him, he would have sat down quietly and just like let it be. But since she wanted to just like jump in so desperately, that was the repercussions. So from that point on, I weaned off the little boy, because like at this point, Jamie, you're not really trying to let me do my job. So like, girl, if you want to do my job and take care of Buddy and discipline him as it pertains to his behavioral issues, you definitely can. You can. And I'll let you have it. And that's what I did. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, if you want to take my job, you can have it. Just make sure you juggling these ropes correctly. What y'all talk about? So at this point, I'm not really, when Buddy does anything, she be jumping to his rescue, this, that, and the other. Around the same time too, I stopped, like I've been told you, I stopped showing up and doing her prep work for her. Okay, not doing that no more. Like at this point, no, because Jamie, she just getting on my nerves a tad bit. Like, girl, no. The only reason I let y'all slide with trying to report me as it pertains to my hours is because when I brought it up to my mom was like, it's not that serious. Because, you know, sometimes I know stuff weird, but I'll just go get a second opinion just to figure out if I'm tweaking and it's like, and she's like, no, it's not that serious. So I just, you know, I let it slide because of that. Then Shannon over here trying to change my hours. So then her and Jamie gets to falling out. Winston, he leaves the school, because of whole family problems or whatever. When Winston leaves the school, that's Shannon takes me from the woods and she gets me to be at, the lake for like more than I'm supposed to. Because she's like, it's not needs based. Keep in mind, Robert's still there. Robert's still in the afternoon class. So it's like, you removing me because Winston's gone, but Robert's still there. So what are you talking about? And Robert is more needs based than Winston was. But that's neither here nor there. That's what I'm saying. Because after Miss W left, like they boom started falling out again. So now y'all no longer buddies because y'all don't got nobody to hate on together. Weirdos. So Miss D is there, right? Miss D, she's cool, chill, cool, calm, and collected. She just be talking, bro. When I tell you something about it don't sit right with Jamie, and I think it's because like I'm not really entertaining her no more. I just be letting her do whatever as it pertains to like her classroom. I don't be stepping in on none of that stuff. Like, girl, you do what you need to be done. That you feel needs to be done. During playtime, like we'll play with the kids. And like we were at the coloring table together. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like I don't just be trying to talk to her just to talk to her. So we at the coloring table together. So it's like we just get to talking naturally. That's how I find out like she's from Chicago, this, that, and the other. She starts telling me how she like coloring. So we talking just like normal conversation. This don't sit right with Jamie. You guys need to separate. You need to separate. I need you guys spread out. But turn the wheels around. Let Jamie be talking to Miss D. Boy, she be talking. Not watching her kids talking. I mean, Miss D will be facing this way watching the kids. Jamie's facing her. Talking away. You're weird, girl. If anything, you pissy. You really pissy for real. What are you talking about? So now this is when she really starts telling people like, I don't do my job, this, that, and the other, blase, 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 blase. So one time, Miss D's just like, well, you need to go get him. And I let her know. I was like, no, Jamie got it. I told her off rip. I said no, because each time I tried to like step in and discipline Jay, Jamie be trying to overdo it. Like I'll put Jay in timeout, right? And Jamie the type of person, oh, you can leave timeout now. I put him in there so I get to take him out of timeout. But I never put him in timeout. But that's just an example. Like I'll say something and then she'll retract what I said. And it's just like, you're debunking the purpose of me helping the kid. Dummy. So like, one time I think she really understood what I was doing. Because one time we go to Lego Lab. Keep in mind, at this point, you can see Jamie's baby bump. And Jay decided to hit her. I think he scratched her a little. Yeah, I think he left a little trophy wound. I don't remember what happened. All I know is they ended up getting into it and I did not step in. No, the hell I did not. So but I didn't step in because like, girl, you literally got him riled up. Right? So at this point, keep in mind, Jay still be talking to me. Jay and me, Justin and me, we still like, we cordial, but he know I ain't gonna play that. So like, he'll go to Jamie because he know I don't play that. So like when he want to act up, he don't act up with me. He act up with her. That's what I need y'all to understand. So we go to Lego Lab, right? He's having one of his pissy attitudes. So I do what I do, like I always do. And I disengage from him. Not paying attention to him. I'm playing with other kids. That's the same day he had just hit Jamie prior, right? So it's just like now she's not even in the mood for dealing with him no more. Right? So he comes up and he goes under the printer because there's like a table that the printer was sitting on. He goes under the table and he's just like, I don't want anybody to talk to me. I said, that's fine, but you need to get from under the table because you're not supposed to be under there. Fine. And then he gets from under there and he goes, sits next to the table. I'm not paying him no mind because like, boy, you no longer under the table. So the problem is solved. You can have your pissy attitude. You can do that. I don't care for real. Because you mad because you was taking other kids' toys and not getting your way. That's not how we roll. So I'm not paying him no mind. And girl, if you want to go over there and try to baby him, you can. But I'm not going to baby him because I know this little boy he's aware of what he's doing. That's why I don't entertain him because I know he's aware. I've talked to him. So it's like, girl, you don't understand. And I shed the light to her and I was like, he knows what he's doing, but somehow this not clicking in her head. And I think this day made it click for her. So he's doing what he's doing. She's not paying no mind to him. I'm not paying no mind to him. About 2 minutes go by. I don't want to be here no more. This is not fun. Like he starts just rambling, talking to himself, right? Trying to get attention. Nobody's paying him no mind. Everybody's playing with their Legos, doing what they need to be done, right? After a while, I'm not mad anymore. And then he goes to play with the toys. And now he's not like on some like launching out, none of that. He goes to play with toys, cool, calm, and collected. And then after he sits down and she decides to like, so do you see what you did wrong? Like try to like coach him through it. Girl, shut up. Because if you would have been letting him go and not paying him no mind off rip, we would have been on great terms. But because you wanted to baby him each and every step he went and try to get him to understand what he did was wrong, that you're the problem. He knows what he's doing is wrong. He knows. What are you talking about? When he got in trouble last time, you know what I made him do? I made him go in the classroom. Like literally everybody was in the gym. We were in the classroom together and I made him run laps. They have a circle. I made him run laps around it. I said, let's burn energy. I be telling him like, let's exercise. I'm not going to exercise because I already exercise. I tell him, I be like, I already exercise. No, the hell I don't. But I already exercise. So you got to exercise for the both of us. Okay. That's why I be letting him know. He'll run around. He'll get tired. I be like, yeah, you can have a drink. You can like, yeah. And then he cool, calm, and collected again. That's what I'm saying. Like, girl, you don't know how to deal with the kid for real. You just be doing whatever and then mad because I don't want to step in. To get punched again? Girl, I think the hell not. Because no, you thinking that stuff is cute. It's not. It's really not. And this is not her first time pissing a kid off and the kid lashed on at me, bro. So W, right? Remember W left. Now W comes back to the school. W came back to the school. He don't really care too much for her nor Shannon. And it shows in his attitude. So W comes back. He's really like cuddly, more cuddly than he's more cuddly than he was typically. So now he's just like leaning on me but I don't really mind it because it's like, it's story time. So our book is getting read to us. So if he lays on my shoulder, I'm not really going to be tripping because I sit crisscross applesauce on the carpet with the kids because I'm there with Rock.